everyone, and welcome back to Chappy TV. I am your host, Dakota Chappy, and for you tonight, we have a special shopping announcement for you. Here with me is my guest, Jeanette Larshus. Coolest name ever, but it does not look like it. When you say it, it doesn't look like the spelling.
No.
So it's just a little bit of a challenge. But you are a professor of women's studies, or what's
Sociology and political science.
Sociology and political science at the fabulous Minot State University. She is also associated with the North Dakota Women's Network, and we are here to tell you about an incredible shopping event that we have coming up November 9th. This is a Thursday evening. As you know, that is the late night shopping night at Dakota Chappy. So we have extended hours. So from 6 to 8, this is your chance. Because when you shop from 6 to 8 on this very special Thursday evening, November 9th, you will be shopping for a cause, because we are donating a portion of the proceeds from the purchases that evening to the North Dakota Women's Network. So tell us a little bit about the network.
Well, the North Dakota Women's Network has been around for over a decade now, and we are a group that is really about getting people involved in the civic process, in particular women. But it's not just for women, it's for everybody. But the goal is to get voices heard. So we are threefold mission. One, increasing civic engagement and participation of women across the state at all levels of civic engagement, and two, really focusing on family and women's issues in the state and hearing our voices about those things, like affordable daycare, things like pay equity, things like health care, things that are not just women issues but family issues. So we do a lot of that. We're at the state legislature a lot. We advocate for equality on all levels and things like that. So it's a really nice organization, but right now we're really focused on that civic engagement process.
Yes, so let's talk about the civic engagement process. Yes. Now, the North Dakota Women's Network has a very special workshops that they put on that helps train and educate women on how to run for office, as it's really important that we fill some of those seats with other genders besides what has been represented in the past, because that's how everybody gets served, is by having a variety of different kinds of people in there. And so it's very, very, very important. You know, and I'm just going to point to this. I feel like women have been doing a lot more, like in Hollywood with comedy and that kind of thing. Bridesmaids in particular. One of the funniest movies ever made, right? Tina Fey. Okay, so the female perspective is really important, and that there's just a little bit of evidence of that. It's like, you know, you have to have another voice in there.
Right, exactly.
Even if the opinions are the same, the perspective is different and the approach is different, so it's just really important. It's powerful to get some women in there.
There's been a lot of research in my professional life as sociologist and political science. There's a lot of research that indicates when you have more female voices at the table, things get accomplished in a more bipartisan and effective manner. And so there's a lot of interesting scientific evidence that illustrates that. It's not just about running for office, though, too. It's also about, if you want to help support candidates, if you want to run a campaign, if you just want to volunteer, what are the steps? How do you get out there? And it's for all levels. It's not just statewide positions or legislative positions. It's for your city council. It's for the school board. It's for all those types of things. So it's really good. We just wrapped up our Fargo event it's called Ready to Run. And it was an overwhelming success. We have moved our Bismarck Events to later in the year, in the spring. So look for announcements about that. And that is a slightly different format than the Fargo. The Fargo is kind of a day-and-a-half intensive format, and the Bismarck format is a little more like a weekly, shorter events that you can do in the evenings. So it's a little different.
So here's the basis of the story. If you would like to see more women on your ballot when you go to mark your boxes, and I'm sure you would, as would I, because we are the picture of diplomacy. I always say to my husband when he's like, being a little too stern with the children, to raise a diplomat, one must be diplomatic.
This is true.
So anyway, if you want to see that, a really simple way to accomplish that is to come out and shop so that we can fund this organization that is funding these workshops, that is giving women that opportunity to run effectively on those tickets. It's very simple. How hard is that? You're good at shopping already. Just come shop on Thursday night, November 9th.
Right, and if I'm remembering, it's the big event is at the Bismarck store.
Yes. But we're gonna,
shop here or online, right?
Yes, so the Bismarck store is located right next to Barnes & Noble in Bismarck, and that's where we're going to have our little pomp and circumstance event with, I'll be there, you'll be there, Tara will be there. It'll be very exciting. So if you want to meet us, see us, that would be the event to come to. But if you come in on Thursday night in the Minot store, which is right next to Minot State University, the home of Professor Marsha's, then you can just mention that you're shopping for the Women's Network, and a portion of your proceeds from your purchase will go to the organization. And then also, if you want to message into Facebook during that time, that 6 to 8 time, just message in and say, I'm shopping, for this event, for the Shop for a Cause, and then your portion of your proceeds will go. So it's really easy. There's really no excuses, actually.
No.
Because you can shop online, you can shop in either store. And we can do great things for this great, great, great organization that is advocating for families and women.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having us, and we really appreciate it. It'll be a great event.
It's going to be great.
We'll see you there.
Change lives, serve women, bless up, stand up.